you ever imagined a force capable of moving the unimaginable, an equine power that defies the limits of nature? What secrets lie behind the true giants of the world? Get ready. We're about to reveal the 10 strongest and biggest draft horses that have ever walked the earth. Could your favorite breed be on this monumental list? The countdown to shock and awe begins now. You won't want to miss a second of this epic journey. Hello, lovers of giants and country life. A very warm welcome to Celebrities Farm. I am Juninho Mello, and it's an honor to have your company as we explore the universe of these magnificent animals together. If you, like me, are fascinated by these imposing creatures, go ahead, subscribe to our channel and leave your like on this video. By doing so, you help us continue to bring amazing content and ensure you don't miss any updates. I'm counting on you. When we think of horses, we immediately imagine fast, agile animals that compete in major races. But there is another fascinating side to these majestic beings, draft horses. These animals, contrary to what many people imagine, are not only strong, but also have impressive endurance that makes them essential for heavy work, such as transporting heavy loads and carrying out agricultural tasks. What makes a horse classed as a draft horse? The main characteristic is its ability to pull large loads with ease. This involves not only physical strength, but also endurance and the ability to maintain constant effort for long periods. While racehorses can reach extraordinary speeds, draft horses can maintain a constant force for hours without losing performance. Historically, these horses have been crucial to the development of civilizations. In agriculture, for example, they help to plow fields, transport goods, and even assist in the construction of large works. During the Industrial Revolution, with the arrival of machinery, many of these horses were replaced, but their strength is still admired and celebrated in some competitions such as rodeos and pulling events. Why are they so strong? These horses have much more developed muscles, especially in the rear, which is responsible for most of the traction. The size and structure of the body are also determining factors, with a great capacity to store energy and use it over time. In addition, specialized nutrition and training are key factors in ensuring that these animals can perform their functions with high performance. The strength of these horses can be measured in many ways, but one of the most impressive aspects is the amount of weight they can pull. For example, a typical draft horse can pull around 8 to 10 tons, but when properly trained, some can reach up to 20 tons, a true feat for a living being. Most draft horses are specific breeds developed over the years with the aim of improving their strength and endurance characteristics. Breeds such as the Percheron, the Clydesdale, and the Belgian Draft are some of the best-known examples of this impressive ability. Each of these breeds has its own peculiarities, but they all share an unmatched ability to pull and work for hours without rest. Throughout this video, we will learn about the 10 most powerful draft horse breeds, from the American Cream, which is impressive for its strength and resistance, to the majestic Belgian Draft, considered the largest and strongest draft horse in the world. But how did these breeds become so special, and what does each of them represent in the world of horses? Let's find out in the video, delving into the stories of these breeds that are true legends in the animal world. Now that we understand a little about what draft horses are and how impressive their capabilities are, it's time to delve deeper into the world of the breeds that dominate this area. Each of these breeds has a unique history, a series of characteristics that make them special, and of course a legacy of strength that places them among the greatest examples of animal endurance. 1. American Cream. Although it is not the first breed that comes to mind when we talk about draft horses, the American Cream plays a fundamental role in the history of rural work and traction. This breed, known for its creamy white coat, is admired not only for its beauty, but also for its strength. They are of average height and have impressive musculature capable of supporting heavy loads. It is a breed that, although not the most popular in the competitive scene, represents the silent strength of the field. 2nd, Friesiana. The Frisianid is a breed that, in addition to being recognized for its strength, is famous for its majestic appearance. Its black coat and long hair make it a prominent animal. Historically, the Friesian was used to pull carts and perform heavy work, but it was also used in ceremonies and parades due to its imposing appearance. What makes this breed unique is the combination of strength and elegance, qualities that made it popular among elite horsemen. 3. Ardennes. Ardennes, they are one of the oldest breeds of draft horses. Originating from the Ardennes, a region of Belgium, these horses have great endurance and a robust physique, with strong, well-defined limbs. They have incredible strength, capable of pulling large loads with ease. During World War II, the Ardennes was used to pull heavy artillery and other essential loads, making it an essential breed for the war effort. 4. Dutch Draft. The Dutch Draft is another example of how strength can be shaped over generations. These horses are known for their incredible ability to pull weight, but also for their docility and intelligence. Their origins are linked to Dutch agriculture, where they were used to carry out field work and also to pull carts and wagons. Their combination of strength and even temperament made them popular for rural work. 5. Cold Blood of South Germany. The German Cold Blood. This breed was developed to support heavy weight and perform tasks that require a lot of effort. These horses are characterized by impressive endurance and great adaptability. They are ideal for tasks in difficult terrain, and their strength is accompanied by a great capacity for endurance. The breed is an excellent example of how nature and careful selection can create animals that are made to withstand the greatest challenges. 6. Suffolk Punch. With a history dating back to the 18th century, the Suffolk Punch the horse is a breed traditionally used in agriculture. Known for its strength, these horses are incredibly fast for the weight they carry. Their ability to work long hours pulling plows and carts is something that is admired to this day. Although the breed has largely been replaced by machinery, it still holds an important place in the history of agricultural work. 7. Percheron. The Percheron is perhaps one of the most well-known breeds in the world. Originally from France, these horses were used for both draft work and riding and were widely used in agriculture and for transporting heavy loads. The Percheron stands out for its immense strength and its ability to adapt to different environments and tasks. They are excellent at pulling heavy wagons and carriages, and their physical endurance is unmatched. 8. Clydesdale. Clydesdales, known worldwide, have gained notoriety due to their use in major competitions and for being the star of commercials for famous brands. But beyond their fame, they have extraordinary strength. Their characteristic coat, with feathers on their feet, and their imposing posture make Clydesdales stand out among draft horses. Their strength and endurance, combined with a great presence, make them a fascinating and inspiring breed. 9th County counties, they are famous for their ability to pull large loads, but also for their docility and good temperament. This breed was traditionally used in agricultural and industrial work, where its strength was essential for the success of many operations. The breed was developed in the region of Great Britain, being one of the most important in heavy work. 10. Belgian Draft. And finally, the Belgian Draft, the largest and strongest draft horse in the world. These animals have such impressive strength that they can pull up to 20 tons with ease. They are the giants of the draft horse world, with extremely developed musculature and unmatched endurance. Belgian draft horses are the champions of pulling competitions, and their historical importance in agricultural and industrial work cannot be underestimated. Now that we've covered the strongest and most impressive draft horse breeds, let's dive into some of the more complex details about the impact these incredible creatures have had on the world and human societies. Beyond brute strength, there's much more to be said about the training evolution of these breeds and the cultural importance of draft horses throughout history. Breeding draft horses was not a simple process. The breeds that dominate this world today were developed over hundreds of years, with the aim of improving not only their physical strength, but also their temperament and endurance. The selection process involved choosing the best animals for breeding, always looking for specific characteristics that favored hard work. For example, The race Percheron, originally from France, was initially bred to serve as war horses, but over time, this breed evolved to be an excellent draft horse with great capacity for plowing land and pulling heavy carts. The strength of these horses comes not only from their muscles, but also from a persistent work mentality, the result of centuries of selection for the best performance. Training also plays a crucial role. Draft horses are not born ready to pull tons of loads. They require careful and gradual training. Horses are taught to work as a team, which is essential for many competitions and drafting tasks. They are trained to not only carry the load, but to do so in a coordinated manner, ensuring that injuries are avoided and that the effort is as efficient as possible. Historically, draft horses have played an essential role in human societies, especially before the Industrial Revolution. They were the mainstays of transportation and agriculture. Before the invention of modern machinery, rural communities relied on these horses to transport goods, plow fields, and even in military activities. In the Middle Ages, for example, draft horses were essential for transporting goods over difficult roads. They pulled carts and carriages loaded with essential goods such as grain, metals, and timber. In the countryside, draft horses were used to plow the land, a task crucial to food production and the subsistence of populations. However, with the advancement of technology and the popularization of tractors and trucks, draft horses began to be replaced. But despite this change, draft horse breeds did not disappear. On the contrary, they have maintained a cultural and even economic value in some parts of the world, where draft horse competitions and agricultural fairs still celebrate these animals. Today, draft horses are the protagonists of exciting competitions where their brute strength is put to the test. The aim of these competitions is simple: to see which horse can pull the heaviest weight possible. However, these competitions are not only about physical strength, but also about the technique and ability of the horse and the trainer to coordinate the work. Load pulling is an art, and competitors must consider factors such as posture, endurance, and even rest time between efforts. Clydesdales, for example, are known not only for their strength, but for their ability to maintain a constant and precise rhythm during these competitions. Every movement, every step taken by the horse is fundamental to success in the competition. Keeping a draft horse in good physical condition is essential to ensure its performance. This doesn't just involve feeding it well, but also involves a series of specialized care measures, such as choosing the right food, adequate physical training, and even caring for its hooves, which are essential to the horse's performance. Draft horses generally require special care for their hooves, as the force they exert when pulling large loads can cause significant wear. Furthermore, rest and recovery are vital aspects of long-term success. Draft horses should not be overworked. They need adequate breaks to ensure they do not injure themselves or suffer injuries due to overexertion. This is particularly important in competitions where adequate rest between workouts can be key to success. More than just living machines, draft horses form a strong bond with their trainers and caretakers. This relationship is built over time and is based on mutual trust. The horse must trust its trainer to guide it correctly during efforts, and the trainer must understand the animal's physical and emotional needs. These horses often become family members with heartwarming stories of how they have come to be partners in the workforce. The loyalty of a draft horse is often compared to that of a good worker who dedicates his life to his profession, and this deep bond between horse and trainer is one of the reasons why draft horses have continued to be admired and respected throughout the centuries. After exploring the incredible draft horse breeds, their training, historical impact, and cultural importance, it's time to answer some of the questions we raised throughout the video and show how these animals have a practical and emotional impact on all of our lives. Why are draft horses still important today? With the advancement of technology, it is easy to imagine that draft horses have been completely replaced by machines. However, they still play a vital role in some areas, especially in competitions, agricultural fairs, and even in some traditional rural practices. In addition, these horses are symbols of endurance, strength, and tradition. They remind us of a time when hard work was an essential part of everyday life and how animals have always been by our side to help build the world we live in. Draft horses aren't just tools of the trade, they also have a profound emotional impact on their communities and trainers. The relationship between horse and human goes beyond work. It's built on respect, trust, and partnership. Many draft horse trainers talk about the emotional satisfaction of seeing their animals perform incredible feats, whether it's pulling a heavy load or simply tirelessly carrying out their mission. For many, this partnership is a metaphor for life. Hard work, perseverance, and mutual trust are essential to achieving goals, whether in a competition or in any other area of life. Each load pull is a reminder that with effort and dedication, we are capable of overcoming even the greatest difficulties. How do draft horses influence society? These horses are not just part of competitions or agricultural history, they represent hard work, endurance, and community spirit. In many countries, draft horses are used at festivals and fairs to remind people of the importance of respecting the traditions and hard work that have sustained generations. They are a link to the past, reminding us that no matter how much technology advances, there will always be value in keeping alive the memory of what was achieved with hands and animals. Additionally, some breeds, such as the Belgian Draft and the Percheron, are still widely valued for specialized services such as work in rural areas and tourist events. By using these horses for certain tasks, communities preserve their traditions and ensure that the legacy of these animals is passed on to future generations. Younger generations are increasingly discovering the value of learning about the relationship between humans and horses. In an increasingly digital world, draft horses bring a sense of connection to nature and physical labor that many young people don't have the opportunity to experience. Draft horse competitions in particular offer a way to engage younger people in understanding the strength, endurance, and commitment required to work with animals. Furthermore, with the growing interest in sustainable practices and preserving rural history, draft horse competitions and festivals are an opportunity for people to rediscover the value of traditional methods and how they can be applied in the modern world. Many of these events also promote animal welfare with an emphasis on ethical training and maintaining the health of horses, which contributes positively to the future of these breeds. We've reached the end of this journey into the world of draft horses, and I hope you've been amazed by the power, strength, and history of these incredible breeds. These creatures are not only symbols of hard work, but also of loyalty, endurance, and partnership. They teach us that with perseverance and confidence, we can face life's greatest challenges. If you were impressed with what you learned and want to see more videos like this, I invite you to watch the 2 recommended videos that will appear on the final screen. I'm sure you'll fall even more in love with the world of animals and nature. And if you've made it this far, congratulations, you're a determined and persistent person. Comment below, I made it to the end, I'm persistent, I'm going to win in life. This will show everyone your commitment and motivation. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it. This really helps the channel grow and bring you more content like this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, may the strength and resilience of these horses inspire you to keep moving forward always.